What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another monthly reset. So this reset is going to be a little bit different because in my last video at the very end, you guys kind of heard me not feeling well, and I had expressed to you guys that I ended up waking up feeling sick. And since then, I have literally been glued to the couch and my bed for the past 3-4 days. This is the first day where I've actually put myself together, feeling a little bit better, but you guys can still kind of hear in my voice I'm not 100% feeling well. But what I need to do is focus on kind of resetting my house. You guys already saw I completely stripped my bed. I disinfected it with some Lysol spray, and I want to do the same thing with the living room area as well, because I literally have been sitting on this couch in and out of sleep, watching TV, and just kind of rotting away. So basically, we're just gonna be focusing on disinfecting, cleaning, doing all of the things to kind of help get this cold up out the door, because I am so sick of being sick. And I also don't want to get Riley sick as well, because that's just going to always be a disaster. But because this is a monthly reset, I'm also going to be sharing with you guys my August goals and reflecting on July goals as well. And then we will be kind of organizing my entire life, because August is the last month that we have here in New Jersey for the summertime before the kids go back to school. So I really want to focus on transitioning back into our routine during the school year, where we're going to bed on time and all of that kind of stuff, because in the summer we're definitely a lot more laid back. We're going to bed later. We're just definitely a lot more laid back, and we don't really have as much of a structure when it comes to routine. So I want to really focus on getting everything back on track and not feeling like we have to go 0 to 100 and all of a sudden we're going to bed earlier, waking up earlier, and doing all of the things. Also, after school activities are going to also start picking up again. We already started to get, notifications about different things happening at school. So I really just need to organize our calendars, making sure that everything that's coming up, whether it's doctor's appointments for back to school and all of that stuff, I am prepared and I know what's going on, because that just always helps me with having a routine. So that is basically everything that I have planned and scheduled for today's video. I'm definitely going to be taking it easier, taking little breaks here and there, because again, I'm still not feeling 100% better, but I definitely do need to just get all of the germs out, because I feel as if that's going to help speed up my recovery. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's continue to disinfect my house. So I've never really been somebody who gets sick often. So when I do, I feel as if I am down and out for a couple of days. And the second I start to feel better, I almost want to do the most and get everything done, because it's been so many days since I haven't done anything. But today I really wanted to remind myself to take it easy. So although you guys may not be seeing this on the video, anytime I was starting to feel a little bit sluggish or lightheaded, I would take a break, catch my breath, give myself a minute and also some grace, and then pick things back up. And I knew that I wasn't going to be able to tackle everything that I had on my list, but I was really just trying to focus on disinfecting the areas where I spent the most time, which is going to be in my bedroom and on this couch, because I needed to make sure that these germs were gone. one of the hardest things about being a parent is having to power through when you are physically going through something like a sickness, or even maybe you just like mentally not prepared to tackle and handle all of your responsibilities, but you have little ones who are relying on you. And that's one of the things that I miss about also being in a relationship, is having that, teammate where you can say, hey, tag, you're it. I need you to step up and cover all of the responsibilities because I need to just relax and do nothing. But unfortunately, I don't really have that, but I do have a tribe of people, and I will definitely call in reinforcements and just say, hey, look, I need you to come pick her up. I need you to come over because I just physically cannot do it anymore. But, that's just one of the responsibilities of being a parent, is still having to show up even when you have to power through it with literally no energy at all. So Riley had to entertain herself for the most part. Thankfully, she was able to go over to her dad's house, and your girl was literally living off of Theraflu and a little bit of soup. But I realized I'm not really a fan of soup anymore. It's just so salty. I just could not even stomach it at all. But we also have a table that is covered in paint and slime, and you know what, I'm not even mad at it because she sat there so nicely just playing to herself, and that's honestly all I could ask for while she allowed me to take a nap.
You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kind of like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original. You are never backing down, backing down, backing down. That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Build things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can wash away your sins, settle down, but until then, we're like a hurricane. You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous, I get this rush
All right, so it feels so good to have finally cleaned and sanitized my space. I feel as if I'm already starting to feel a lot better, which is great. So I'm really excited to see like one more night of rest, how I'm going to feel in the morning. But now it's really just time to focus on reflecting on the previous month's goals and setting some new goals and intentions for the month of August. So previously in July, I had a couple of goals that I was really focusing on in July, and that was really being more intentional with Riley and taking in and being more present with the time that we do have with one another. And I definitely feel as if I have done that. It is a little bit hard and tricky because right now her main focus is hanging out with her friends and being outside. And sometimes it does make me feel a little bit sad because we don't have like cousins that are around her age. And even if we did, nobody lives really in the state of New Jersey. So she doesn't have that many kids to play with, like within our immediate family. So I think her, going to school or going to camp and playing with, her friends and our neighbors has just been something that's a priority to her. And I do completely understand. But then there are times when it's just the two of us and, maybe we'll watch a show together or, we'll make a fort or we'll do a craft. And those are just times that I really just cherish the most. And I don't want to take those times for granted, especially since she is getting older. I'm just taking any time I can have with her. I also wanted to kind of just take a step back a little bit with, scrolling on social media and the comparison and all of that kind of stuff. And I would say I have scaled back in July, but not as much as I would have liked. And then with being sick these past couple of days, like literally the only thing I could possibly do was watch TV and scroll on my phone. So I would say within the past like week or so, that's definitely not been the case at all. But I do want to just continue to be mindful of that. And, I think sometimes when we are looking on social media and then you're also doing that, whether that's a job or you're like kind of part of that kind of like whole community, it's so easy to want to copy what others are doing when really that's the best time to kind of stay off of social media and really just start to think about like, how do you want to portray, what it is that you want to say on your platform, or how do you want to show up for yourself and how do you want that to come across? And taking a step back is definitely the best way to go about it because it makes it a little bit more original and authentic to how you personally are. So I do want to continue with that in the month of August, just because I think too much social media is never a good thing at all. I also have been proud of myself in incorporating waking up earlier. I know I was trying to focus more on a morning and night routine. I kind of scaled back from like watching so much TV at night because I found that like I could not go to sleep. I think my mind was just like overstimulated. So what I'll do is that's when I will either like edit a video or maybe some reels, TikToks, all of that kind of stuff, or I will read. But I've also made sure to incorporate reading in the morning. There's a book that I have been reading for a while now. I do like it. It did just take a while to pick up. I am always almost finished with that. But what I would do in the morning, I would still meditate because that's definitely something that is really important to me. And then I would just literally just watch TV until it was time to wake Riley up. And then I just felt as if I was starting my day off on the wrong foot. So now what I do is I will meditate. I write in my gratitude journal the 3 things that I am grateful for every single morning. And it could literally be about anything. Grateful for waking up in the morning because there are so many people who don't get that opportunity. And then I also started a new devotional. So I would do that and then I would read my book. So I would still have a slow morning where I wasn't like constantly up moving and all of the things. But it was a little bit more intentional and just keeping that time to myself. And that kind of falls in line with one of the other goals that I had in July, was just to spend more quality time with myself. And I definitely feel as if I've done that. And I think it's something that I'm going to have to continue to keep having on my list as a main focus, because, I think all of that kind of stuff takes time to, spend more time with yourself, getting to know yourself and your triggers and all of those things, and really just doing the deep dive internally. And that's not really something that you're going to get all the answers in within 1 month. So that is another goal of mine that I want to continue with in August, especially after being sick, because all of these things were non-existent while I was not feeling well. I was not waking up early. Thankfully, I was going to sleep a lot earlier, but I was just more listening to my body, and I knew that my body needed some more rest. So that was more important than waking up early and doing all of the things. So those were most of my goals that I had for July. I would say it was 50-50. Some I want to continue with. Some I liked. It was a nice stepping stone, but again, I want to continue to keep doing this because it just makes me feel better. And when you are on the right path and doing things that just maybe brings you more joy, brings you more peace, you want to continue to keep doing those things. And I know it's so easy to kind of think okay, I've been doing this for a month or 2 months, and let me kind of just slack off a little bit. And it's no, that is not when you slack off. That's when you continue to keep going and progressing and all of those things. I did also want to, do more affirmations. I honestly completely forgot about that goal. I really haven't done it at all. I think I did it 1 or 2 days. There's a podcast. I will either put it up on the screen or definitely have it down in the description bar, but she has literally 10 to 15 minute affirmations. I would say more like 10-minute affirmations, depending on what it is that you want to focus on, whether it's self-love or, the right timing and all the divine timing and all that kind of stuff. And I really enjoy her stuff. And, she will spend about 10 minutes. She says either in the morning or the afternoon when you're just at a relaxed state, and she'll have you repeat them. And it's just a really great way to speak to your subconscious mind, because that's where a lot of our issues or insecurities lie, is within our subconscious mind. And we basically need to work on reprogramming that subconscious mind that has those negative thoughts and, all of that kind of stuff. So I definitely need to make sure that I make that a priority for this month, because how can I teach my daughter to speak positivity and to speak life into herself when I'm not even doing that myself? And so often us as parents, we can tell somebody else what to do, or to kind of say this is what you should do, and all of these positive things. But kids and people around us, they follow more what we do and not so much what we say. And I want to be a living example for her, so I need to be doing the things that I'm telling her she should be doing as well. Especially, I see she has some qualities that I had as a little girl, and I think that these are doing affirmations, meditating, and all of that kind of stuff, instilling those qualities or instilling those habits into her now, I think will definitely help her when she gets a lot older. So that is definitely going to be number 1 on my list for my August goals, is to get back into, having my affirmations in the morning. And then I would like to try and find, something similar for us to listen to together, or, maybe pick out a couple of affirmations that the two of us say every morning or every night, before bedtime, and really just kind of speak life back into each other, especially in a world where everything seems to be negative all the time. We need to be our biggest cheerleaders. And that's kind of what I go over with her all the time, is she says that, I love when other people are cheering me on. And I'm like, that is wonderful. It's great. We all feel so good when we, hear our friends and family cheering us on. I said, but we have to be our biggest cheerleader for ourselves. You know what I mean? We cannot rely on other people to cheer us on. We need to make sure that we are cheering ourselves on. Some of the other goals that I had for August, number one is definitely to get outside at least 2 to 3 times a week. And that's more for like Monday through Friday. And don't get me wrong, I am so privileged to be able to work from home. However, there are days when besides camp and school, pick up and drop off, I'm not leaving my house. And I don't think that is something, and I think that that is something that is weighing heavily on me in a negative way. I enjoy going outside. I need to make it more of a priority of getting outside, whether that's going to the gym or walking or something. And not even necessarily so much running an errand, but more moving my body and getting outside, getting some fresh air, doing something. Because I definitely feel as if being inside, cooped up all the time is almost making me lazy, and I don't want to go down that road, especially when, and I'm not saying that I am depressed by any means, but I can also see having that in my family, how it could be something toxic that could cause other issues. And I do not want that to occur where, you know, I'm not leaving my house, I'm not getting up, I'm not getting dressed, I'm not doing anything. So that is definitely, outside of the affirmations, that is definitely one of the top goals, that I need to make sure to get outside and walk. I don't care if it's for 30 minutes. I would love for it to be an hour. Even if I'm taking a work call where I don't really have to talk and I could just listen and walk and move my body, is definitely going to be something that's really, really important and something I need to focus on this month. Another thing would be to be drinking 2 cups of these. I wish that I was somebody who was better at drinking water, but I'm just not. And I know I need to stay hydrated. And usually I would say let's drink 3, but I want to kind of start with baby steps, and I don't want to go from 0 to 100. I want it to be something that can be attainable on an everyday basis. So I think drinking 2 of these are 40 ounces each. So 80 ounces a day, I think, is more than enough to at least start. And then we can always increase it after that. Prior to getting sick, I would say mid-July, I was really starting to cook more at home, because sometimes I just kind of get so lazy, like I was telling you, where I'm just like, I don't feel like cooking today. And it could just simply be because it's the summer, it's nice, it's hot, I don't want to cook. But I started cooking more at home, not like fancy meals at all, but it was just nice and refreshing to like have something like a home cooked meal, something that's healthier than just running out and going to grab really quickly. So I want to start doing more of that. I really just wish that I could have my own place and a grill and all that stuff, because I feel as if like that's like the ultimate summer goal, is to like literally not really do any cooking, but like meal prepping all of your meats on the grill, and then like having like refreshing salads and just like light meals. That's what I think of during the summertime. I don't really know why, but the last thing I really want to do is be slaving in the kitchen. But in this case, at least like meal prepping will just help throughout the week, make things easier, quick, and I don't have to like cook every single day. But just making sure that I'm eating more at home is definitely going to be a big priority to me and my health and all of that kind of stuff. And then the last goal that I want to do is just to celebrate small wins. Like I am definitely somebody who puts a lot of pressure on themselves, and sometimes I can overlook like even sometimes I can overlook the progress that I'm already making or minimize it and kind of say like, that's the bare minimum type of thing. And that's not it at all. Like, we are all trying to become better and grow and mature while life is still lifing. So making it a point to celebrate your small wins, like let's say I make it a whole entire week with drinking 2 bottles of water every single day. It's like, celebrate that. Like, no, do we need to go out and make this whole big hoopla? No, but saying, you know what, I'm proud of you, girl. Like, you set a goal, you stuck to it, keep going. And it's kind of like you're also speaking life back into yourself, even with the small wins, so that when you do get those big wins, it's kind of like, well, I guess in reality, you're more likely to hit those big wins because you're celebrating the small ones as you go as well. So I definitely think that that is really important. And I not only want to celebrate the small wins with myself, but I also want to make sure to celebrate the small wins with Riley. So today we are going to share a great win of hers. She is officially riding her bike without training wheels, and we could not be more proud. Like, she has literally been working so hard this summer, and I knew that she was definitely going to be able to ride her bike by the end of the summer, and we still have a whole month left. And just seeing her face like light up as she's just like riding and getting it, and I'm just like so proud of her, and just so in awe that, you know, there were times when she fell and she just did not give up, you know. And sometimes I think we need to kind of like pay attention and take things from little kids because they're just at their purest form. And the fact that they don't give up and they keep going for the things that they want, it's very inspiring, you know? So I just wanted to share that with you guys as well. The next thing that we definitely need to do is to organize our life. Because like I mentioned to you guys, school is about to be picking back up. I just signed her up for gymnastics. She's already been signed up for dance. Thankfully, we're scaled back. We're only doing 1 dance class, gymnastics, no swim. And then she also has tutoring every other week. We're keeping that for the summer. I don't know if we'll bring that back like during the fall and winter, if we'll do every single week. Right now it's been going pretty well with every other week, but all of her after school activities are going to start up again. And so I just need to make sure that all of our schedules are aligned. All right, so I've been talking to you guys a while about redoing my calendar, just because I wish that I would have bought the decal to be on the reverse side, because as you can see, like the markers and everything got all over the white. I also wanted it to be black as well. So it finally came in. So the first thing we need to do is basically rip up this entire decal, clean the acrylic piece, and then we're going to do our best to put that on there as straight as possible. It has definitely been years since I have done this, so it might be a little bit complicated, but we're gonna give it a shot.
I'm not gonna play hard to get through. I'm not gonna say I'm loving you too. I'm not gonna stay, gotta be alone. Let's talk, meet me at the avenue.
It was pretty easy to remove the vinyl. It was a little bit harder because they're smaller pieces, but for the most part, it really didn't take me too long to remove everything. Then I'm just going to wipe the entire acrylic down before placing the new one on. And I'm really excited about the black vinyl over the white. I honestly don't even know what I was thinking with the white vinyl. I think the black is just going to pop so much better.
The way you used to hold me, like a song in the water singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over. Forget what I said, just come on over. I know you wanna try, give me that space. I know you wanna find another ever made. But I'm thinking about the way you make me grounded. I'm thinking about the way you used to hold me. I'm starting the words singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over. Forget what I said, just come on over. Forget what I said, just come on over.
Whew. This was a job, but we got it all done. If you have like a Cricut or any one of those kind of mats that has like the grid lines on it, I highly recommend. I thought I had one, but maybe I got rid of it. But so I kind of had to like freehand it a little bit, but it looks so good. And again, this is the mirrored side. So all we have to do is basically just flip this over. Oh. And how gorgeous is that? Like, it looks so much better. I wish I would have just went with the black when I initially purchased this, but you know, you live and you learn. I'm just gonna take these little green dots because that's what helped me line everything up, and then we could put this back on the wall.
This will be your last call. This will be your last call. This will be your last call. 20 minutes, you're done being alone. This will be your last call. 20 minutes, you're done being alone. This will be your last call. 20 minutes, you're done being alone.
So I definitely think that the black pops a whole lot more, especially against the wall, than the white did. And as of right now, we don't have too much craziness going on this month, thankfully. Dance does start back up, but it is on Saturdays, which replaces her swim class. And then tutoring is every other week right now. I think we might keep it that way, but we'll kind of see. I am traveling for work, and then we are also going on a vacation at the, like a little mini vacation at the end of this month. So right now I don't really have too much filled in, but as you guys know, just naturally things kind of just start to like fill up, whether, you know, it's get-togethers. And I actually do have to, I think she has her like ice cream social kind of like event that they do right before back to school. I'll need to check my calendar to see what that day is, because I do think that that is in August as well. So we also have this smaller calendar that is right near the door. And yes, it is a little bit redundant to have like two calendars. However, because this one is a lot smaller, and don't mind this, Riley was the one who decorated it. It's so cute. And we didn't really fill it in because
My calendar.
yes, so it's Riley's calendar. We're gonna clean this off, but really the reason that I like this one is, one, I do not want to have a humongous calendar right near the door. And then two, I like the fact that it has like just the weekly view up at the top. So I really use that when school's in session, because they have like specialty days, and it just helps me know what days she has to wear sneakers and what's going on. The calendar that I have in my bedroom, I will add like birthdays and more stuff to it because it is a bigger calendar.